Okay, dear respected Bhante, dear Dhamma friends. So we have come to the second Dhamma discussion of this Kalalgoda English medium retreat. So Lakshmi is ready with some written questions, so I cordially invite to present with the written questions.
Thank you, Venerable Sir. There are 6 questions that have been put up today.
Right.
Almost all of them are not on meditation practice. However, I'm sorry.
Right.
Dhamma, or then yesterday's Dhamma talk and
Right.
various other things as well.
Okay.
However, Venerable Sir, one of the questions that we read out yesterday, there is a tail end part that I think we missed on parami. So if you don't mind, I'll repeat the question now. And the first and second part of the question you answered, but the bit about parami was somehow missed. So shall I read out the whole question?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Most Venerable Swamin Vahansa, sitting meditation at home, I find that my mind wanders a lot during sitting meditation on days that I was busy with household work or when there were visitors. But on other days, I am somewhat able to maintain mindfulness in Anapanasati. On some days, when I could maintain mindfulness in sitting meditation, I experience lightness and that the body is not solid. Then after a little while of such experience, I feel that's enough for the day, and I end the meditation. Is this because I lack sufficient parami? Please advise what I should do to improve my parami. May you obtain the noble bliss.
I think it is not the lack of parami, but lack of time. So you are not investing enough time. So you have enough parami, by the way. So if you equalize parami equals time, then when you improve time, when you increase time, your parami also will grow. So it's very much proportional. So we all have the opportunity, but we don't know how much fortunate we are, and we think this is not enough, that is not enough. So I am too old, I am too young, so my children are not married yet. So our respected Bhante used to say, my daughter didn't get a child yet. So we have so many excuses to postpone the spiritual development, but we don't know how much fortunate we are. And we all have paramis, so we have to think positively. And if we start practice, so then definitely you will see the results. So more and more you involve yourself in practice, then more and more you experience it yourself. There is no secret in this Buddha's teaching. Everything is cause and effect. More you produce causes, more you fulfill causes, more you get the benefits. That's it. There are no miracles. There are no any external beings coming and helping you. There is no any kind of blessings. Rather, you yourself are your own refuge. So Buddha has shown the path. He has given the clear instructions. So it's up to us to put it into practice. So in this question, so it's very sort of evident that if your day-to-day activities are so involved, say you have to involve, lot of involvement is there, lot of interactions are there, and some kind of mind confusion happens, and many interactions happen with other people, then mind get fairly scattered, fairly confused. So then once you sit, it is quite difficult to concentrate immediately. But on the other hand, if there are no many activities, but the normal day-to-day activities are going on, there are no much disturbances, then it is quite easy to concentrate. So this is how the mind operates. But the one advice is that we can't sometimes pre-plan how our day will happen. So things are happening as they come on. So we have to adjust to the situation. Suppose there are so many activities, so your mind get disturbed. So on such occasion, don't immediately go for sitting. Rather than going immediately for sitting, go for walking. So because walking is very much in our control, So you are able to establish mindfulness on each and every step. So then you are slowly coming back to the present moment. And these gross sensations are quite easy to establish mindfulness. Rather than you trying to close your eyes and start to watch the breath, which is so subtle, it is quite easy. You get overwhelmed by the previous interactions. All the, say, previous talking and chatting and all these things come to the mind. Rather than doing that, just do some walking. You can, if there is a nice garden, you can just be in the garden, just be with the nature. So because nature is really healing, it has some healing power. When you are silently being with the nature, without much of talking, without much of interaction, just looking at the trees and just being with the trees and looking at the sky and all these things, so they have some calming effect, they have some healing effect. And after that you can start walking, each and every step contributing to mindfulness, and then you come and sit. So this way you can improve mindfulness. And and if you are able to establish some mindfulness in walking, you can carry that to the sitting, and then you further develop that mindfulness, and again you go back to walking, again you improve from that point. So likewise these two are interdependent and contributing to each other, so you can improve mindfulness. So there is no any kind of lack of paramis. We all have paramis, and that's why we all have the mindset of meditating, because you can see the vast majority. So today is Saturday, so they are on the fairs and supermarkets and all the carnivals and all these things. So you all have come here because you have some attention, you have some inclination towards Dhamma. So we all have paramis. So think positively. So it's a matter of involving, it's a matter of practice. Yes.
Two questions on meditation. The first one. Theruvan Saranai Gauravaniya Swamin Vahansa. The last evening I attended the Anapanasati. At that time I saw around me nice blue lights, and they were changing multicolor. It's very clear and wonderful. Then at the end of my meditation in Anapanasati, my mind was very peaceful and calm and happy. Those feelings were with me all day. I went to bed with a happy mind. Today also the same, but this time on the Anapanasati I did. Meantime, my past memories are coming and going. Thereafter, in 10 or 15 minutes, all past memories were lost. Then my mind calmed down and I was happy. I like to continue this meditation. Please give me the advice. Digayuveva, Theruvan Saranai.
Yeah, so as I said yesterday, these lines are a sign of concentration. So more and more you develop concentration, particularly in the samatha side, the tranquility side. So there's a possibility that kind of signs appear. So they appear like in different colors at the beginning, but mostly as your concentration develops, its brightness increase and they turn to white. Mostly it is white. So at the beginning, if possible, don't look at it. Rather produce the result, produce the causes. So causes are the mindfulness, causes are the anapanasati. So each and every breath, when you are being mindful, so it contributes to this concentration. Again, next in breath and out breath, when you are being mindful, it contributes a little bit to the concentration. Likewise, the result, this light will increase its brightness. So like that. So therefore, if these different colors are available, so it indicates that you have now certain amount of concentration already built up. So continue to be aware of the breath. So then slowly, this light come and stabilize, and it can be bright and even can be white, and very much like your breath and this light become merged, become one. So then it is quite easy. You can shift from Anapanasati to this light. So there's a kind of a nice growth in this path. So as the yogi has mentioned, so once this is going to happen, you feel light. What I mean is not the light, but lightness. So you feel lightness, body become light. Because the passaddhi, the tranquility increase. Passaddhi contributes to samadhi, the concentration. So this is a kind of a nice growth that Buddha is showing. So when your mind become calm, tranquil, concentrated, body also become very light. So these are indications that the hindrances are now subsided, faculties are growing, and more and more you can further improve. Yes. So we are going one by one. If you need any more clarification, please feel free to ask.
Theruvan Saranai, Most Reverend Bhante. This question was submitted earlier, but unfortunately I left early and was unable to listen to your explanation. Please bear with me for asking you a second time. In a book written by a foreigner whilst at Kanduboda Meditation Center, Reverend Premasiri mentioned that a Dhamma teacher berated a pupil for forgetting where the latter had kept his sandals.
Sorry, can you repeat that statement?
Reverend Premasiri mentioned that a Dhamma teacher berated a pupil. Berated means scolded. A pupil for forgetting where the latter had kept his sandals, saying he did not...
I didn't get the point. Getting what?
Forgetting.
Forgetting. Sandals.
Where
so the student couldn't remember where he kept the sandals.
Yes.
Right.
Saying he did not have sati. Reverend Premasiri disagreed, saying it was not due to lack of sati, but manasikaraya. Please, Bhante, kindly explain. Sati is mindfulness. Then what is manasikaraya in English? And what is the difference? Thank you, Bhante. Theruvan Saranai.
Okay, so typically sati, as mentioned, it is translated as mindfulness, and manasikara is typically translated as attention. Now say there are so many objects, say different 100 objects are there. Now say for example, now I am looking at you. So now say 50 yogis are there. Now I am focusing on a particular person. So there are many available, and now I am looking, and then now I stop, and now I am focusing on a particular person. So that is the attention. So that is the manasikara. So the mind has that kind of ability. So when there are many objects available, say eye is now ready to accept visible objects, ear is ready to listen to some sound, nose is giving some smell, tongue is ready to get some taste, body is ready to give some tactile sensations, mind is ready with some mental objects. So there are many things available. Among them, so mind is now focusing its attention or selects a particular object. So that selection is manasikara, but that manasikara is conditioned by the chanda. Chanda means the desire. So when I am selecting a particular object, so I have some preconditioning happen in our mind. So based on that preconditioning, I am giving my selection. So say there are 5 people and 100 objects are available. So these 5 people does not select the same object. Rather they select different objects based on their preconditioning. So this is called chanda. Chanda mulaka sabbe dhamma. And manasikara sambhava. That is what Buddha is telling. Chanda mulaka sabbe dhamma. So all dhamma, all kind of these phenomena is rooted in chanda, rooted with desire. And manasikara sambhava. Manasikara is the go and where it meets, kind of the origin. And so we have different things, and my mind sort of rotated or turned towards a particular object, and now I am focusing to it, and now I am selecting it. So that is the manasikara. Mindfulness, we can say very much related with the present moment. So you can be mindful when mind is thinking something, but at that time mind is thinking, but mindfulness knows that mind is thinking. But mind may be the present moment, mind's object, mind's attention may be a past object, for example. So this attention is something different. And this whole process being observed through mindfulness. So there's a kind of a difference available there. So, and more the mindfulness develops, so your attention to where you are giving your attention can vary. So at the beginning you know that you don't know much where my mind go and attach, how my mind react. But more and more you develop mindfulness, so this attention also can be traced. Attention also can be observed, how my mind is selecting a particular type of object, going to select a particular character, going to select a particular color, going to select a particular food. So like that, so we can understand the preconditioning available in our mind. So the mindfulness is therefore a broad picture. It's a broad skill, but manasikara is very much focusing attention on a particular object. But at the very beginning of mindfulness, attention is involved. So it's called bare attention, sati matra. So just being mindful on a particular object. So very much like attention and this mindfulness has overlapped at the beginning. So there is an ongoing current process, say breathing. So now you are not focusing on anything else, you are now just focusing on this in-breath. So your attention is on in-breath, and you are being mindful also on in-breath. And just the bare attention. So bare attention is the beginning of the mindfulness, we can say. But mindfulness further growing, it go deeper and deeper, its breadth also widens. So like that mindfulness improves. So I like to say attention contributes to mindfulness, and mindfulness is more broader than attention. Yes.
Venerable Bhante, the elements are mentioned as earth, wind, fire, water and space. Is there a sixth element, and if so, could you please elaborate? Thank you, with much metta.
Yes. So that is what Buddha mentions in the Dhatu Vibhanga Sutta. That is the sutta we are discussing nowadays. So there Buddha says, Cha Dhaturo Ayam Bhikkhu Puriso. This person is consisting of 6 elements and nothing else. Just 6 elements. There is no person but 6 elements. 4 elements, as the question is mentioned, Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, earth, water, fire and air. And the other 2 are space element, Akasa Dhatu, and the consciousness element, Vijnana Dhatu. So those are the 6 elements. Yeah. So basically 5 elements, Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo and Akasa, are related to the material. So the Vijnana Dhatu is immaterial, talking about the mind side. So that is one way Buddha analyzed something called, the concept called person. And another way is what we discussed on yesterday, Cha Passayatano Ayam Bhikkhu Puriso. So there are 6 bases of contact. That is what a person. There is no person but just the 6 sense bases. So likewise Buddha is analyzing this so-called person in different ways, because different people have different ways of understanding. Some people, when we are explaining based on the 6 elements, so it is easy for them. So they can understand in that way. And other people, when we are explaining that person is 6 sense bases, it's consisting of various faculties, senses, so then they understand. Another time Buddha says they are nothing but 5 khandhas, 5 aggregates. For another group of people, they understand that way. So like that, Buddha has different way of teachings. So all are explaining this so-called person, so-called being. Yes.
Venerable Bhante, this refers to yesterday's Dhamma talk. Number 1, 5 faculties out of 6, Chakku, Sota, etc., and external objects, color, sound, etc., and respective consciousnesses together cause contact to arise. Is this process the same for us as well as for Arahats? The second part, how do the Arahats not make Kamma when we do Kamma every time a contact causes some sensation? Thank you. Theruvan Saranai.
Yeah, I think Arahats also have the same effect as the question asked. When eye sees or eye align with a particular visible object, then the eye consciousness occur. So altogether they call the eye contact. So this process is available even for Arahants. But if you consider Paticcasamuppada, avijja pacca sankhara, sankhara pacca viññānaṁ, viññāna pacca nāmarūpaṁ, nāmarūpa pacca salayatanaṁ, salayatana pacca passo, passa pacca vedana, vedana pacca tanha. So the cycle comes to some extent even for Arahants, but there is no ignorance. So without ignorance, still some kind of certain, sometimes it is called Shuddha Sankhara, kind of pure kind of formations are there. Say for example, you are breathing. So breathing is the minimum form of bodily formation, Kaya Sankhara. Then the Vitakka Vichara is the minimum form of verb. Then Vedana Sanya, that's the minimum form of mental activity. So they can occur or they can manifest in more pure form. But when the ignorance is not involved, when there is no ignorance factor, so we are not creating a story out of it. The contact may happen and the feeling may arise. It may be a pleasurable feeling, it may be a painful feeling, but we are not creating a person out of it. There is no personal involvement. We are not identifying with the feeling that I am feeling happy, I am sad, I am sorrow. So there is no that I part involved. Rather, an Arahant may say there is feeling arising due to the type of contact which is contributing to the pleasurable feeling. Now the pleasurable feelings are arising. There are causes, there are contacts which are causing painful feeling. Due to such contact, now the painful feeling is arising. So he sees this conditionality. So the passa pacca vedana, due to contact, the feeling arises. Various types of kind of contacts are there. They contribute or they produces pleasurable feeling. Another type of contacts are there. They produces, say, neutral feelings. Another group of contacts are there. They produces painful feelings. That's all. He don't attribute this to a being. He don't attribute this to a person. He sees this conditionality. So this conditionality process he has seen, and now there is no person involved, and so he has some dispassion. He is living, but there is no person built out of it. There is no I factor be created out of it. So he may eat, he may drink, he may see, he may talk and all these things. and he see that it's a way of operating, it's a way of experiencing, it's a way of reacting, it's a way of communicating, but there is no I involvement. So when ignorance is involved, only the kamma get accumulated. Chetanaham bhikkhave kammang vadami. When I factor is there, with the ignorance, that I notion is there, with that ignorance, I am doing something. For example, say you are giving a dana, and now I am offering dana. So I made it very beautiful, I contributed a lot of money, I contributed this way, that way, I invited this many sangha, so I am the one organized it. So I is there. You can see that I involvement. And later again, after giving dana, again you enjoy. Okay, it happened very nicely, all the sangha was there, I was able to contribute a lot, I did it wholeheartedly, so wonderful, likewise, so I is there. So you create kamma. While before even the dana, you are planning it, I is involved. While giving dana, I is involved. After giving dana, still I is involved. So kamma is generated. Kamma has generated. Say for an arahant, say he got some pindapata and he is offering it to another fellow monk. No problem. Suppose he has seen that another fellow monk hasn't received enough alms, so he giving it to that other monk. He's done, well done, that's it. There is no any proliferation made out of it. Sorry? Yeah, that's why it is typically called as, for an arahant, it is the type of consciousness arising is called kriya chitta, or very much like kind of action is only involved, but no kamma component. Because in order to have kamma, you need to have this kind of ignorance. Avijja has to be there, that only the formations coming. I mean, avijja pacca sankhara. So when the ignorance is available, then the kamma formations are happening. When no ignorance available, kamma formations are not there, but the typical, the pure formations, pure sankhara may be available. And another interesting thing is, now even an arahant can use day-to-day language. So say for example, he can tell, or say for example, Venerable Sariputta once was sick, and he has offered some milk rice by Venerable Moggallana. Say then Venerable Moggallana can tell, I offered milk rice to Venerable Sariputta. So he can tell like that. So therefore it is said, even though they use this language, so they are not adhered to that. They are not grasping the language. They know it's just a means, just a way of communication. They are not taking it so seriously. They know it is just a means for communication. It's beautifully said in one verse. If I get it remembered, I will tell you. So it's very beautifully said by the Buddha. So even arahants are using I got it, I gave it. So like that they are also referring as I, but there is no grasping, there is no strong holding of these concepts. They know it is just a reference, just they know it's a language is simply a tool. Yes. Yeah. Ahang vadamiti so vadeya, mamang vadanti tipiso vadeya, loke samanya kusalo viditva, vohara mattena so vohareya. So that is what Buddha is telling. So I give it, they gave to me. So likewise arahants too are referring. Vohara mattena say they so vohareya. So they know that it is just a way of communication. For the sake of communication, they tell like that. There is no grasping, strong grasping like we do. Yes.
Venerable Bhante, Most Reverend Bhante, some priests have preached as follows. When washing plates or throwing food, think it may ease the hunger of even the smallest insect, and it will bring you merit.
I'm sorry.
When priests have preached as, some priests have preached as follows. When washing plates
Right.
or throwing food,
Right.
think it may ease the hunger of even the smallest insect, and this will bring you merit.
Yes.
Recently on TV, a priest said, don't put any food offered as Buddha Puja to animals, not even crows. Best to bury it somewhere. Please, Bhante, kindly clarify with much metta.
So some time back I was offering the Buddha Puja, but now I am not doing it, so I have no problem now. So anyway, this refers actually to some incident happened during the Buddha's time. Say for example, sometimes Buddha is going on Pindapata, and there is a particular person, say Brahmin, is working on a field or something, and then Buddha approached and he preached some Dhamma. And as a result, this farmer, for example, become very pleased about the Dhamma, and he is now inviting Buddha and offering dana. But Buddha is now refusing it, telling, I am not accepting dana after I preach this way. So he doesn't want to accept like that. So then the farmer is puzzled. So he asks, now what I am going to do? So then Buddha says, find a place where there are no creatures, there are no beings, and put it there. And for example, he is telling, okay, you find some water where there are no fish, and you put it there. And there is a very beautiful sutta, I think, Kasibharadwaja Sutta. So that Kasibharadwaja offered some food to Buddha, and Buddha refused, and then he gave the instructions where to put that food, and he is putting it to water. And then once the food is put into water, then there's a sound coming, kind of bursting happened. Then the Kasibharadwaja got amazed. He becomes surprised out of that. So therefore, this yesterday's preaching, what has happened, the question is telling. So that monk may be referring that, because Buddha has mentioned, so whatever the Buddha Puja, given towards him, either he is the only one capable of using it, or one of his disciples. No one else is suitable, deserves that dana. So therefore, if we are going to throw it away, so put it to some place where there are no animals. That may be the thing referred. But later on, I think now the tradition has changed. Now Buddha is no more living now. So typically now what we offer to Buddha is a representation. It is not that we are offering to the real Buddha. It is very much that we are out of faith entirely to our own gain. So we wholeheartedly, we presume that Buddha is here, so I am offering this dana to Buddha. And then Buddha is not really there, so later we remove it and maybe even put to some dogs or whoever, whatever the animal. So I don't feel that it is so harmful. So I don't think that we have to go too much serious about these things. Yeah. Anyone like to contribute on this line? I don't know. I'm not feeling much serious about this point, because if nowadays if you are offering Buddha Puja and later in the evening if you throw it to some animal, you can get 2 merits.
I assume that even if it's buried, Swami Vahan said the ants and the worms will eat it, no?
Yes. 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 Too seriously. That's right. That's what I also was thinking. Now, when you are offering it to the real Buddha, the living Buddha, it's a different story. Now we have a representation of the Buddha, just the Buddha statue, and out of faith we are offering it to that Buddha statue. So statue can't eat. So ultimately we have to throw it away. So we are just putting it to animals. I don't know, Venerable Bhante, if you like to contribute anything. No. Right. Hari.
This needs to be recorded, no, otherwise it doesn't flow.
Bhante, what I said was earlier that the Buddha Puja nowadays is only a ritual,
Yes.
and that is what I feel, and it's just a symbol. So
Yes.
it is not offering the actual Buddha.
That's
but
right. That's
only
right.
a symbolic matter.
Yes.
And here I think I should mention the last dana given to Buddha by Chunda.
Yes.
People thought that caused his ailment. But then Buddha said that he was the only one who was capable of consuming that.
Yes.
And if anyone else consumed, it would have been much more dangerous.
Dangerous.
So that,
Yes.
that also comes into the scene, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there are such,
Yeah.
so we have to consider Buddha in a special way.
Yeah.
So he has some paramis available. So he has some special skills. So in this, as you mentioned, this last offering to him, he's the only person can consume it is the Buddha himself.
Yeah.
So he even asked the other monks not to use it. Yes.
Yeah. And as you said, we get double
Yeah.
merits for offering the Buddha, and
Yes,
then
yes.
afterwards giving them to hungry animals.
Yes. So I like to share a beautiful story told by Bhante Dhammajiva. So there is one monastery there, a caretaker was there, and now the Buddha Puja is offered, and he is the one used to remove it, and so every day monks are offering it. And one day he is asking, so don't put butter to it. So monks were puzzled, and monks were asking, why are you telling like that? Why are you asking not to put butter to this? No, I have some stomach ache today. So we don't know, so that is the way it is. So we don't have to too much consider this seriously. So it is not the real Buddha available right now. We all know that he has attained Parinibbana. So it's a symbolic representation. Yes. But anyway, eating Buddha Puja, giving it to a person, giving it to a human being is not typically advised. So that is something I heard. I think in India some incident has happened after the passing away of the Buddha. One king was so righteous and very well-to-do, and another person wants to sort of make harm to him. So what has happened was, unknowingly he was being eaten by the Buddha Puja. So leftover Buddha Puja is given to that king, and as a result I heard, it may be a story, kind of a commentary, I heard that the king's power and the wealth and all these things start to reduce. So therefore knowingly we should not eat. So that is something we can understand.
I think all that stems from Sinhala Buddhism and not Buddha Dhamma.
So yes. True, correct. So offering flowers mindfully. Yes. Yeah, one moment. Yes.
Please.
Yeah. Please, if you can come, please here.
We need it on the mic, please.
Yeah.
In Buddha Gaya main temple,
Yes.
they come and offer all the time.
Yes.
Even in the afternoon, biscuits and fruits and things. Then once it is full, the Bhante there, he starts giving it back to the people who are there. So even when we were there, we used to get it. And that some people think that's a blessing to eat it.
So I think it is coming from the Hindu culture. So in the Hindu culture, I think in Kovil and all these things, so after offering to the Deva, so they share that portion with the devotees. So it has come from this Hindu beliefs to Buddhism. Yes.
We also do that, Bhante, in all Devala Deva Pujas.
Yes.
Kataragama even they give it back. And
That's right.
but Buddha Puja we don't get it, we don't eat back.
That's right.
And
That's right.
I feel if we are not giving it to a poor person or animal or
Yes.
an animal, so if you just keep it, it's waste of food. Sometimes puja is so big, pujas are there.
Yes. Correct. Yeah, correct. So that's why, so if you are, after you wholeheartedly give it before the noon, so after noon you are removing it, and at that time you are putting it wholeheartedly to a hungry animal. So again that you are doing it out of kindness, out of sympathy, so you have double merits. Yeah.
This is the sixth and final question put forward today. Venerable Bhante, what sort of akusala karma people have committed in their previous births to be born to parents of other faiths, not Buddhists? As Buddhists, we have answers to all aspects of life, whereas they are blindfolded.
I don't know. It's very difficult to answer this question. Now, say for example, now there are many foreigners. They born to say other believers, so their parents are entirely on a different beliefs. But now the Dhamma is available readily, even in the internet and all these different ways of communication. Now people are accessing these resources and they become Buddhists through their own conviction. So your parents being Catholic or another religious is a different story, and they have their own capacity, or they have their own selection. They are not destined to be their parents' religion. So I mean, typically in the West, say for example, there is some kind of a freedom is available to select their preferred religion. They are not much conditioned by their parents' religion. So therefore so it's very difficult to answer, okay, this is because of a particular karma your parents have become, you are born to parents who are with wrong faith. So there are many monks, as you all know, many Western monks, foreign monks are there, and their parents are still, they believe on other religions. It's very difficult to convince them on Buddha's teaching sometimes, because as you know, I mean, when people become older and older, so their minds become fixed in a particular way of thinking. It's very difficult to change it. But they are children, so they are open, and the religion and different religions are available, so they study different religions, and then they have the skill to select. They have the capacity to select the proper, most useful religion. So that is happening mostly today. But still there may be reasons that why we are so. Not only that, I mean, even in Sri Lanka, so you are born to rich people, rich parents, some born to poor parents, some born to, so different things are there. So that has a factor on karma. So why certain say your parents become other faith also may have a karma factor as well. So different factors are there. So I can't exactly remember to specifically answer, okay, this is the exact karma for you to become born, or you being born to certain parents who are of wrong other beliefs. Yes.
That was the last question,
Yes.
Venerable Sir.
Yeah.
Perhaps we can open it out to the floor for verbal questions.
Yeah.
But I would like to invite you, please, if you can describe your meditation experience over the last 1 or 2 days, and
yeah.
explain to Venerable Sir in your question what was your primary object, how did it manifest itself, what were its characteristics, if it's anapanasati, is it in-breath or out-breath, or rising or falling, or was it walking meditation, left, right, what was your primary object and how did you experience it? And if you can then describe that experience in detail and then give some information on other objects that arose, such as maybe thinking or sounds, and then get his advice, take this opportunity to please get his advice on how you can progress on the meditation part, which is really why we are here. So I invite you to ask a question.
Yes.
As Bhante said, I sat, like last time I sat to meditate,
Right.
like falling down. Then I came to do the silent retreat. Only half of the day, I could not come the other days.
Right.
I was sitting in that place, floor, and I felt like I'm really in a deep sleep. I felt like sleeping. First I thought I'm sleeping. Then I got up and I thought if I sit on the floor I will sleep. Then I sat on the chair, and again that time I felt I'm not sleeping, but it's deep, because when I got up my body was not in the position I was doing, like my head was fallen, and just I got up, but that time I felt it's not sleeping. I think, I don't know,
Yes.
Bhante.
Yeah.
After that, because at home I barely do meditation, only maybe 10 minutes. I do put some eye drops into my eyes. In that time I get the chance and say, I'll rest and come in that time. I just do 10 minutes, 20 minutes. But Bhante, I like to meditate. I'm looking where I can go. When I'm coming to this retreat, I want to come, same as in my mind, not when I sit, I don't feel to meditate. Again not wanting and wanting came to me. Yesterday I sat to meditate. When I like going deep, something like not falling, something like a mind, or I don't know, Vijnana or something disturbed, then get up. Again falling deep, again something disturbed. It's like a Vijnana or mind. And again little go to deeper, then I felt like sparks in my head. Then again I could not go deeper and deeper.
Yeah. So at that time, what do you really mean by going deeper and deeper? Basically,
like
what are you really observing?
I observing always breath. When it's just
so
settle down,
right.
And like going, when usually going deeper, it's feel I'm going deeper and it's fade away. Then I don't know. I know I'm meditating, and no disturb, no sound or anything. I can stay like that till I get a pain or something.
Yes.
I
think, last time also you explained that you were, when breath disappear, with that concentration you used to observe pain and all these different phenomena. Did you?
Yeah. Yes. Then.
No. Did you do that kind of observation for a considerable period of time?
I really don't always see the pains. I mostly concentrate to the nose. Even if I have a pain, I neglect that and concentrate to the nose. Then the pain disappear. Or if I could not bear, I get up and again sit That's why I never...
Yeah. For how long you are paying attention to breath?
It's depend on day to day.
No, I mean in the in time period wise, say for several years. When did you start your meditation?
It's also, but the time to time I came to Sri Lanka 2 years ago, then only I really did meditation. Before, just do one day, then do in after months.
Right,
Just
right.
not doing continuously. I came to Sri Lanka and I had a chance to do meditation.
Right.
here.
So how about your walking?
I was doing walking also.
So how you concentrate on walking?
Just first feel my foot.
Right.
Then sometimes it's this. Then I feel like I'm walking. Someone is walking. I'm looking at that.
Right. So what you really understand by watching this?
It was not feeling anything, just walking.
So okay. Now say for example, when your foot is touching the ground, so what is happening there?
Just first feel the feelings.
Then
after a little while, just I'm looking at, I'm walking.
So at that time, is your mind thinking about something different things?
Sometimes goes and comes, and comes.
But most of the time, is it quiet and just watching this feeling?
Yeah. Mostly I don't do walking, I like to sit. Mostly I do sitting.
Right.
And also, Bhante, whole last night, I could not sleep. And I was sitting and in the bed meditating, and again lying and meditating. Then
So at that time also, are you watching the breath?
yeah, always breath.
Right.
Sometimes my tummy aches also came to me. I look at the aches again, breath.
So what happens to aches when you look at them?
I don't look that long. I don't like to look.
So you are always skipping that part.
Skipping. I don't like pains and always come to the breath.
So first noble truth is suffering. So you are
Sometimes-
always skipping that.
Skipping. Then sometimes go and drink some water.
Buddha-
avoid it.
So that's the thing. So Buddha has to understand suffering. Dukkam pariññāya. So but we always skip suffering, and we always try to escape from it.
That's
So
the way
if-
I was doing whole.
Yeah. So
time.
as far as I can understand, you are mostly trying to tranquilize, mostly try to tranquil the mind. So through anapanasati,
Yeah.
mostly towards the samatha side. So that's what I understand from your explanation. So that's why it is good. Now it's very much like you have some developed concentration. Now it's better to pay attention on the, say, different pains, different sensations, different thoughts, and all these different phenomena. Then only the vipassana starts to develop.
Yeah, Bhante, I was not that pain. I was doing, after I came to Sri Lanka, I did this dhatu manasikara or something. It was happened to me. I suffered lot from that. Then that time, what the Swamin Wahanse said, look at what is happening to you.
Right.
It means, how to say, very hard. I had a very hard time.
Right.
Then it has gone falling down. Many things happen. Body, not that aches pain. This is squeezing and throwing away, falling down, head went whole.
Okay.
These things happen. That time I can look at that pain.
Right.
That time always I look at that pain. Now that period has gone. I
Gone.
suffered maybe 1 year.
So it is not that you are expected to suffer.
Yeah, then what that Swamin Wahanse said to me, that's the you have to go through that. I went, those pains, maybe I came to Swamin Wahanse recently. I got to know here recently. Before that I suffered with that one. Aches, I don't look at the aches, not the pains. I mean, when I stay like this, those aches, I just get up and sit in another way. That's the way.
So by the way, now suppose you change your posture, and now again you are watching breath, for example.
Yeah.
Now what happens to the mind? Is it calm or is it
Yeah,
thinking?
calm.
Calm.
No, it's even if I get up with the sati.
Yeah, okay. So
and also I don't think, oh, I have a pain, what is this? I don't, usually I don't think too much. Things, even from the small days, I don't think too much, just give away, always give away the things. Even if the pain, I don't stay in the pain, get up and somehow, that's the way my life was.
Right.
Then Bhante, today, but I thought yesterday I was not sleeping, and I may be sleeping, but no sleep at all.
Yeah.
But today, though that something come to me and try to disturb, I could realize, and I could I could do deep meditation in the late hour of the day.
Yeah, so the thing is, when concentrations are concerned, so you can have even deeper concentrations on the samatha side, deeper concentrations on the vipassana side as well. So that's why we need to be very clear what is the path we approached. So if you are approaching in the samatha side, so you can approach deeper samatha concentration. If you are approaching on the vipassana side, still you can approach, you can attain deeper concentration. So therefore we need to see specifically what you are doing, so what you are observing, what are the characteristics that you are specifically understanding. Then only you can very much differentiate whether you are in the samatha side or in the vipassana side. So still I am not convinced that you are on the vipassana side. So as far as I can understand, still in the samatha side. So therefore start watching either as you said, the elements. What now, when you start, say you start with anapanasati, your mind becomes somewhat relaxed, somewhat concentrated, and see what are the feelings available in the body, or what are the different sensations available in the body, what are the different characteristics, element characteristics available in the body. Either way, doesn't matter.
I do that, but
yeah. So
I do that.
So when you observe, say there are 10 objects are available, so you select a particular object which is more prominent, and you then observe what is really happening to this object. It is changing and it is arising and it is passing away, another object coming and disappearing, changing, like that. They all in a kind of flux. So if you are more and more observe like this, then you are more and more contributing to the vipassana. So, and then suppose you are going to a deeper concentration, then you can be very sure that this particular concentration has come through this vipassana practice. But suppose you are simply watching the breath, so there is no much of a thing going on, so you like kind of blank and nothing going on, and you go to a kind of a deeper concentration. This may be samatha concentration.
No, Bhante, what is prominent in that time, I do attention. Now, when I start with the breath,
yes,
what is prominent in that time, yes, I pay attention to that prominent place.
Yeah. So what is the prominent at that time?
Yeah, it's depend on time to time.
Yes.
Sometimes that like squeezing things come,
right,
I pay attention
to that squeezing.
Yeah.
Fine. That's what I am also asking.
I was doing like
no problem. So when squeezing happens, just observe this different aspects of squeezing. I mean, sometimes it appears like a big thing.
Yeah.
But more and more you concentrate carefully, it starts to dissolve.
Yeah.
Okay, minor, small parts are there, so it like to scatter. It's a kind of a different squeezings are available on different ratios. So likewise, now it's not just a one object, but many objects. So likewise, the solidity, compactness breaks.
Now, Bhante, it's like when I sit, these things are not that prominent like before.
Right.
Before, very prominent, not the breath, because I could not pay attention to the breath.
Right.
The body, the squeezing, sometimes tummy
changing and whatever things, yes.
And heartbeat and
right,
everything.
Now
all these things are settled.
Now settled, calm down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Calm down, then start with the breath, then go into the deeper. Sometimes thoughts comes, then this fading, what we call this, Rupa, ayana.
So,
They
okay,
cannot
so-
remember all these things.
Right, no problem. So then I'll tell you to way of checking it out. Say for example, now you are paying your attention to breath. So now there is no any prominent sensations, feelings available. Just slowly look at the mind. Just slowly look at the mind. At that mind, at that time, suppose there are some subtle thoughts available. Doesn't matter. So just they are also coming and going because you are not getting caught up with them. You are not contributing to them. So they are coming and going. Suppose it is happening, you are simply observing without getting involved to those thoughts. And then slowly they also disappear. And then it's very much like, so at the beginning there smog or something is available, then you are slowly removing them. You are clearing the path. Something like that. So at the beginning your mind is like cloudy. Now the clouds are disappearing. Now you see the sky or you see the space. So likewise the spaciousness of the mind increase. If so, no problem.
Yeah, as I told last time, but I felt hita udata yanawa wage.
Yes.
It's only two meditation 2 days, not meditation sessions. In Vipassana 2 days it's happened. Only that 2 days after that I did not see my hita udata yanawa. Like
Not necessarily. So you just watch the mind and see the thoughts coming and going. That's all. Just see how thoughts are coming and they just doing something, and then you are not contributing, you are not become a slave to them. Rather you simply allow them to go, allow them to pass away. Then another thing coming, you are simply watching, they pass away. Another thing coming, you allow them to go, it pass away. So just do this, that's all. So that's simplifying the process. Now when you are doing like this, suppose there is no thought coming for a considerable period of time, say 1 minute, no thought. So just be with this emptiness. Just be with this spaciousness.
yes, last time there was emptiness came,
Right.
and I told Bhante it was just came and stay in a few minutes.
Right.
I don't know whether that I felt like that day I was sleeping, whether it's the emptiness or...
That's right. So that's why you need to be careful which path you approached. So if you are doing like this, then you know very well, I was watching the different thoughts and now they disappeared. And now there's a kind of an emptiness, and I was in emptiness and I went deeper through that. Then clear, very clear.
That's what I just want to know, Bhante. That day I was not sleeping. Is that
Emptiness.
emptiness?
So if you approach this path, no problem. This can happen, of course. Then this is a Vipassana concentration. So when this happens at the beginning, so you may go fairly deep. Doesn't matter. You may go fairly deep, as you said, your head like fallen and very much like in a different world like. So it doesn't matter. Slowly you come back to the normal way. But at the beginning, it appears different. It appears abnormal.
Yeah, Bhante, only 2 sessions in the silent retreat.
Yes.
2 sessions, it's like deep. I don't know what's happened.
Right.
But then yesterday, just like my mind settled and like felt like going deeper, then suddenly disturb and wake me. Then I look at that little again, concentrate into the breath, again going, then sometimes sparks happen in my...
That's all right. Those are all right. So don't worry about them. So if you are going in deep on this side, now new experiences are coming. Nothing to worry. So nothing to worry. So just continue. Just only concern what you are doing before you entering this concentration. So if you are simply watching the mind, how thoughts are coming and going, disappearing and all these things, then doesn't matter. So you simply watch them, they disappeared, no new one coming, you are just being with the emptiness. So this will take you to more deeper concentration. Just be. So don't worry, don't question, just be.
Yeah, today in the morning, there just like thoughts came, Rupa, like a shadow.
Yeah,
but
all neglect them.
Yeah,
So,
neglected. Later on, maybe the last session before the lunch, I went little deeper. Even the thoughts, but I felt like thought or something is coming to disturb. I realized early, but it did not disturb me. I could go little deeper. I think I stay little deeper today.
Good. You are in the correct track then. Nothing to worry. Just continue more and more going in this. So this concentration become a normal thing to you. So and you try to be awake with it. Now you are going to certain unknown area. More and more you go there again and again, it becomes a known area. So like that you become aware, become familiar with this experience. It seems like all right. So just careful what you are doing before getting to this concentration. It is nothing but just watching the mind. Thoughts are coming and going, and slowly through the emptiness of these thoughts, the gap between the thoughts, you are entering this concentration.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yesterday, today I feel very energetic and yesterday I did not want to do meditation, but today again very happy and feel to do this.
Yeah, this can change. Tomorrow again
maybe. Yeah, Mante, that's it. So many things happen. Today this one, only the Dhatu Manasikare, maybe 1 year I suffered lot with so many, when that Bhante said to me, Goda kakusal karla tiyena.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you for your question.
Sukhi hotu.
Since it's already after 2 o'clock, Venerable Sir, shall we
So anyone,
wind down?
anyway, if you any other has any other question, we can spend some more time, or else we can wind up the session.
Do you have any more questions to ask verbally?
Okay, so then we'll wind up the session. So and we'll have the Dhamma sermon at 4 p.m.
All right, Venerable Sir. And I will just take a moment to remind you, tomorrow, please, as far as possible, focus your questions on certain primary areas. One would be a description of your meditation practice, because that really is your reason why we are here. And secondly would be questions on the Dhamma talks that are given in this retreat. Those are the two main areas. So describing your anapanasati or your rising and falling, describing your walking, or then describing your mindfulness through day-to-day activities. If you can stay as far as possible focused on that, I think you will get a lot more from this retreat. So much merit to everyone for being here.
Okay, thank you very much.
Venerable Sir.